Candlewick on Brilliance Audio presents House of Dreams, The Life of L.M. Montgomery by Liz Rosenberg, performed by Susan Hanfield. The McNeil farm sat just outside the limits of Cavendish, a seaside village of close-knit connections. The whole settlement was about 3 miles long and 1 mile wide. Cavendish lay on the rural north shore of Prince Edward Island, 11 miles from a railway station and 24 miles from Charlottetown. Maud considered Cavendish the most beautiful place on earth. In one rare case of understatement, she called it a good place in which to spend a childhood. I can think of none better. In an early diary entry, Maud noted, "Away down beyond the brown fields lay the sea, blue and sparkling, dotted by crests of foam. The walk in the fresh, moist spring air was lovely, and when I got down to the shore and climbed out on a big rock, I just held my breath with delight. To my left extended the shining curve of the sand shore, and on my right were rugged rocks with little coves, where the waves swished on the pebbles. I could have lingered there for hours and watched the sea with the gulls soaring over it." One can hear in the voice of the teenage Maud the stirrings of the brilliant descriptive writer that she would become. Maud was fiercely passionate about Cavendish, her childhood home base. However much she might privately criticize the village, she never let an outsider say a word against it. No place was harder to leave. None moved her so powerfully. "It is and ever must be hallowed ground to me," she declared. Maud knew each field and hill, the fruit orchards, groves from which the children would gather chews of spicy spruce gum. "I was very near to a kingdom of ideal beauty," she claimed. During Maud's youth, Prince Edward Island was a tightly knit place, home to 100,000 people. It was the smallest of Canada's provinces, an outlying region glimmering off the eastern shore of New Brunswick. As far as Maud was concerned, Prince Edward Island remained the most beautiful place in America. Very rarely as a young child did Maud ever venture beyond the outskirts of tiny Cavendish. Her grandparents were dedicated homebodies, and over the years they withdrew still more. A trip to Charlottetown, less than 25 miles away, was a very rare treat, once in 3 years, and loomed up in about the same proportions of novelty, excitement, and delight as a trip to Europe would now. It was on one such rare trip to Charlottetown that the 4-year-old Maud managed to escape her grandparents for a few minutes. While grandmother and grandfather McNeil engaged in conversation, Maud seized the chance to explore the street alone. She was amazed to see a woman shaking out her rugs from the top of a house. She chatted briefly with a strange girl with black eyes and black braids, and felt she had had an extraordinary adventure. Family visits to Maud's Uncle John's and Aunt Annie Campbell's house at nearby Park Corner happened perhaps once or twice in a year. These visits, too, Maud treasured as a welcome escape from the dour McNeil home. Maud found her first companionship at Park Corner. Here lived a trio of merry cousins, including her younger cousin Fred Campbell, who later became Maud's closest friend. "My more than sister, the woman who was nearest and dearest to me in the world,"